Those times when you get up early and you work hard. Those times when you stay up late and you work hard. Those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired. You don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream. That's the dream. It's not the destination. It's not the... I fucked up the whole thing. God damn it, bro. It's not the destination. It's the journey. What's going on, everybody? It is episode 24. And if you have a brain cell in your head, you know why I started this episode off with that quote. It's 24. It's Kobe's number. Should have done something with episode 8, but it's all good. So today is the Mamba episode. I honestly have no idea where I'm going with any of this. I just wanted to honor Kobe Bryant with this episode. So what the fuck is up, everybody? Nobody can reply back to me because it's one way here, but I hope you're all doing well. It's November 12th, 2023, I think. Yep. November 12th. That's crazy, dude. Time flies. It's weird. I'm actually looking at the clock at 1:20, which would be 1 and then 1, 2 for 12. Right, whatever. And it's, anyway. So, yeah, man, the reason I started it off with that is because, I've already said it in previous episodes, but the dream is not the destination, it is the journey. And because I don't know, the way I think about shit, one of my biggest goals, materialistically, if that's a word, is to own a Lamborghini, specifically yellow. At the moment, that might change, I don't know, just yellow seems fucking sick to me. So if I'm working my ass off to achieve this monstrous goal of mine, and then I finally achieve it, let's say I achieve it in the next 5 years, I'm going to be 31 years old, and I'm going to have achieved today, as of now, one of my biggest goals in life. And I'm only going to be 31. So then what? So then what do I do? I just stop working my ass off. I stop grinding to get this thing because I got it. I just stop and I'm accomplished. I don't do anything else for the rest of my life. I just hang it. That sounds like shit to me, dude. And so, I don't know. I guess the more and more I do these really hard things for me in my life, for myself and for nobody else, the more I realize that, Kobe Bryant might have been onto something here, It's not the destination that's the dream. It is the journey that's the dream. And I talked about that yesterday, about reframing, and changing the way you look at things and changing your perspective and just how you see the world and how bad things happen, how you can always find a good thing and blah, blah, blah. And ever since really committing to everything here, I've really started to understand what that means, The journey is the dream. If you don't love the journey, it's going to suck ass when you reach the top, because you're going to get to the top and say, holy fuck, finally made it. Well, can't wait to go back down now, So, I don't know, man. It's just crazy to have these revelations for myself and to figure things out for myself and then later find out somebody else who is exactly where you want to be in life already said that and was living by that idea. So, it's really fucking cool. So, R.I.P. Kobe. And like I said in previous episodes, I've always thought that the episode 24 and then 124 and then 224, 300, etc. would be episodes where I'm a little bit more intense and aggressive and more in your face and more, Mamba mentality. Imagine if Kobe Bryant saw you sleeping in and you were trying to win a championship or whatever, what he would say to you. That kind of energy, that's just an idea I've had for episodes. So I don't know, man. I'm full of ideas right now, and I'm just trying to put one foot in front of the other and execute on the day and win the day. So, and I've done that. Let's see, today. So that would be. So out of the last 100 and almost 10 days, I think only about 6 of those or so have been me not executing to the fullest ability or the highest extent of my potential here. And that's really cool to say. So, I don't know what that'd be. At least 92% of my last 110 days or something like that have been for... Oh, there's a guy. He's going to pull me over. Oh, what's going on? Am I in the way? Sorry, some guy's trying to get through. I don't know what the fuck he's doing, make a U-turn. I parked on the side of Winco right now because it's shady, but it's still hot as fuck in my car. So, that was weird. All right, whatever, guys. I can't edit that out either. It's got to stay in the show and serve a purpose later, I guess. But I don't know what the fuck I was saying. No idea what the fuck I was. Oh yeah. Like what Kobe would say to your face if you were sleeping in during a finals run or something. What he would say. That I have all these ideas, So that's what I was saying. Yeah, put one step in front of the other, just win the day. Dude, I just backtracked so hard. I had to get back on the same thought process. But 92% success win rate of me executing on my shit, and that's a really high percentage. And it's crazy to say this out loud, but I know how great that is for me and myself in my life. The 92% or whatever it is of perfect days. But dude, why can't that be 100? At the very least 98. Why can't that be 100%? So I'm kind of bummed that I even took time off the program to. Not even the program. I just took time off and didn't do really much. I took 4 days off from the gym in a row, which is crazy, and didn't get my gallon in. I got shit-faced drunk, and I think it was a good thing I got shit-faced drunk because I realized that, that's all it takes to go back to square one or even before that. I just was having a good time with the family, got drunk a lot a bit, and then, it was fun, man, but I felt like shit. I wasn't doing anything conducive to my goals in my life at that point. I just completed 75 hard. I'm not a drinker whatsoever, and it's hot as fuck in here. And so it's not like I'm regressing or anything. I've drank probably 10 times in my entire life, and I took my first sip 2 years ago. And it's not even 10. I don't even know how many times it would be. I don't know. Whatever, but yeah, guys, again, not going to even lie. I didn't really have a plan, a full-fledged plan for this episode today. It's hot as fuck. But one thing I did want to talk about was shed a little bit more light on my mentality this early on and my ideas this early on with where I'm at and where I plan to go. And so, like I said, I've been reading 12 Months to $1 Million Business or 12 Months to 1 Million, I think it's the title, by Ryan Daniel Moran. Fucking got his name right this time, dude. Hell yeah. And, to sum it up in a nutshell, because I've listened to the audiobook almost all the way through, but I'm reading the book now because I want that to be the book I read for my 10 pages a day. And that's probably something I'll never, ever stop doing, actually. The reading, it's so valuable, dude. It's so valuable. Like I said yesterday, I spend $15 to get somebody else's months and months, if not years worth of work at my fingertips, and I can access it all for virtually nothing. Nice. That's so valuable, dude. So we get access to all these great minds and proof of concept. Anyway, so I've been reading the book, and to sum it up, the formula is to sell 4 products at a $25 price point. Sell 4 products, 25 each of them per day at a $30 price point, which would be $3,000 per day in revenue. $3,000 per day times 365 is close to $1.1 million per year. And that, obviously, that's revenue. We're not talking profits. We're not talking anything, really, just selling $1 million worth of product. And that's the goal. And like I've said in previous episodes, I am so much more intrigued at this point in my life with the building and the growing and putting something out there that's mine, that I can be proud of, that I made, that I crafted, that I put the work in to create, and have somebody else want to buy that product and to like it and to enjoy it or like it or whatever. That's fucking sick. And of course the money will come from that. But dude, I'm so much more enticed with the whole idea of building something and working towards something day in, day out, having it be my little baby, and that sounds so much more exciting than making all the money in the world right now to me. So that's a little bit of a key indicator for me that I know that I'm kind of on the right track, because I've already said a lot of this, man, but when I was a personal trainer, when I was an online fitness coach, I should say, I just wanted the money. I wanted to have the $10,000 months, because all that, I'm providing a service, and there's not much overhead. I got to pay for a software, and I don't know, a few softwares, maybe the total is $80 a month, and $80 a month, if I sign up one client just on a month-to-month thing, that I pay for 3 months up front, So the overhead was virtually nothing. So all the profit that I made was just pocketed. And I didn't even make that much profit. But I wanted the money, you know, I wanted that freedom, and I still want the freedom, I still want the money, but the thought of building something sounds fucking awesome to me right now. So, and actually I'm going to go ahead and go in depth about my ideas at the moment, and just kind of how I'm thinking about things right now. So all of this is subject to change. I haven't read the book fully yet. I haven't listened to the audiobook fully yet. I'm in the beginning stages, you know, I'm just trying to figure out the direction I want to go, and getting a rough idea of what the cost of entry is, you know, because I'm not made of money, you know, I don't have much money. I do have a very, I guess you could call it, I have the luxury right now of not having to pay rent, which is fantastic, and I'm going to take advantage of that as long as possible, or until I am debt-free, which is going to be before I turn 27, which is pretty cool. So that's a luxury that not a lot of people have, right? Not having to pay rent. But what I could do, just if I did have to pay rent, I would probably go on Facebook and I would find student housing or something like that near me with college students, and I would probably try to find roommates, you know, get 4 roommates to a house and maybe split rent, so it'd be, I don't know, like $700 per person for 4 people, as opposed to getting my own one room bedroom, nice dude, 1 room apartment for upwards of $1,500 up to $2,000, you know. So that's definitely something I could do. It's 0 is always better than $700, and 0 is definitely better than $1,500. But that's probably what I would do, because I'm so much more, like I said, so much more intrigued by the idea of building something. And if I don't have that money coming in on a monthly basis to afford things like that, then that would be a struggle, and it'd be a lot harder than it needed to be if I could just eat a shit sandwich right now, get a shitty place, or just, you know, suck it up and live with family, which isn't that bad. I love my family to death, but having my own spot was fucking sick, you know. But anyway, so the idea that I've come up with so far is developing my own pre-workout. And the reason for that is because I'm learning that a great startup strategy is to scratch your own itch, which is find something that's a pain point for you, or something that you don't like in a product or a certain service or whatever, and then make it better and then sell that. And I don't necessarily have a problem with pre-workouts in the market today. Hold on. There are a few pre-workout supplements that I take that I don't necessarily have a problem with, but the rest of the market is just full of shit, dude. And it's so mind-blowing to me to see other products perform well and have them marketed in such a way that they perform well. I gotta sneeze. Fuck, excuse me. I'm not editing that out, man. So it's crazy for me to see other brands market their pre-workout, or anything, market their supplement as the one that's different, the one that has this and this while others don't. The only product that has this and every other company doesn't. And so many companies do that, but dude, the fucking products don't. Dude, I don't know. I've learned a little bit about pre-workouts recently, but I learned most of everything that I know about them so early on, and I watched the supplement industry change through the works of Jim Stoppani and then Chris Gethin, and how they took pre-workouts such as I can't remember how many grams it was C4, but the serving size was, I think, 5 grams per serving. 5 grams per scoop, you know, 5 grams of ingredients. Dude, you need at least 8 grams of L-citrulline for that shit, for the goddamn nitrous oxide, you know? And, dude, fucking nitrous oxide, O2, you know? For the pump, for the blood flow, for the, what the hell? Now I'm pulling a blank, dude. You put me on the spot here, now I sound like a fucking dumbass. It's awesome, bro. No, for just the blood flow and the circulation and it's just blood flow, right? So L-citrulline, that's the thing. So at least 8 grams for that to be in a pre-workout. And to think that one ingredient, an optimal dosage is 8 grams, and that pre-workout of C4 was only, I want to say 6 grams total, meaning, for one, if L-citrulline was in there, it wasn't dosed properly, and so it probably wasn't even in there. And so what the fuck else is in there that, you know? And then another one, we got betaine, beta-alanine, creatine, you know, caffeine if you want caffeine. those are the staples of a solid pre-workout, in my opinion, and what I look for. And there's not a single pre-workout on the market that has just those things with, we'll call caffeine or maybe some alpha GPC or huperzine or something like that for the nootropic, the focus, the alertness, whatever. There's no pre-workout out there that just has that. And I would buy it if there was a product like that, because that's the only thing I'm looking for. I'm not looking for the additional shit that's in there, like all the BCAAs. I'm not looking for the high amounts of caffeine. I'm not looking for all these different electrolyte blends and hydration blends, and I'm sure there's some great benefits to those. But I'm not looking for that. I'm just looking for, this is what I'm looking for, and this is the formula. I'm going to give it away right here. I want 8 grams of citrulline, L-citrulline. I want 5 grams of creatine hydrochloride. I want 3 grams of betaine and 3 grams of beta-alanine. Anything else in there? You know what? Actually, I want alpha GPC in there. I want some huperzine. Maybe some taurine, maybe some, I think that's it. I think that's what I'd put in there. I wouldn't put anything else in there, dude. And the reason for that, not even at a price point matter, it's just like, dude, I gotta stop fucking saying that stupid-ass, bullshit-ass, filler-ass bullshit word, dude. Like. Fuck, dude. So I would want just those ingredients in there, nothing else. And there's no product out there that has just those things. A lot of them have everything that I just mentioned, but they have a whole bunch of other shit too. And I guess they serve their purpose, man, and I guess they're fine. But when you start getting so many ingredients in one product, there has to be some kind of synergistic effect in the gut or whatever that can give somebody an upset stomach or whatever. Because, dude, the moment that I introduce caffeine into any pre-workout, not energy drinks, not coffee, nothing, when it's introduced into a pre-workout supplement, I have the pre-workout shits, and it ruins my whole fucking day, dude. There's nothing worse than waking up early for a workout or going, whatever. You take your pre-workout, you head to the gym, and I'm sorry, you got to shit for a half hour. Good luck, I don't like that, dude. And that's me. And a lot of people have the pre-workout shits. There's so many memes about the pre-workout shits. And I'm not sensitive to caffeine because I have so much every day. It's ridiculous. It's embarrassing, dude. I don't feel like it does much for me, but in my mind it does. So therefore, I am a consumer of caffeine. So it is what it is. But I don't feel any different when I have or don't have it. But when it's just in every pre-workout, and people buy pre-workout for the energy. And a lot of people aren't educated to know that certain ingredients in these pre-workouts, you don't really get a feeling. You don't get any kind of signal that they're working. It's just when you're active and you're lifting weights or whatever, you're going to have the additional benefit, Is there a fucking spider in here, dude? Dude, why is there bugs in my car, man? I never leave my windows down. Ever. Anyway. Whatever, man. Fucking bugs. Fuck was I saying, dude? I keep losing my train of thought. Oh, man. Man, this is a shitty episode, huh? Anyway, I just want to make a pre-workout that has the shit that I want in it and nothing that I don't want in it. And I've noticed that's how a lot of people start things. They make the thing that they want, and then they put it out there. But here's the thing. I've been learning, and it's suggested that I find a person to sell it to first. And I don't mean specifically one person on earth. I mean a type of person with similar problems, with everything. Sell it to them. Find a person that I'm going to serve, whether that is construction workers or whether that is stay-at-home moms or whether that is whatever. Find a niche of person and market the product to them as their solution to their problem that they're having. And that makes perfect sense to me. And I don't have that person yet, so I don't know who I would be selling it to. I like the idea of marketing or making products geared toward people like myself, people who have so much ambition, not necessarily a lot to show for it yet. They want to grow, they want to do big things, and I want to market those products to them to form that community of people who share the same mentality and everything. So the way I've been thinking about that, it's crazy that I'm putting all this out there and somebody could just grab this and steal it and run from it. And there goes my whole idea, But I have 0 listeners right now, so what do I got to be afraid of? Also, dude, there's so much of the pie out there. We can all have a slice. We can all have 20 slices of pie. And the pie's not going to run out, dude. Fuck. To think that Amazon's a $1 trillion company or whatever it is, and people still have their own little shops online, and they're doing fine. Dude, there's plenty of pie to go around, you know? We got Apple, Amazon, Walmart, Target, and there's still pie out there? Yeah, we're fine, bro. So the idea, I guess, would be to market to that guy or girl. You know, that man or woman who is trying to do big things in life, who is a mover, who wants to get shit done, who has the ambition, who is, like me, getting that commitment going, starting to figure out where their potential is and how much juice they can squeeze out of the lemon, you know. But I don't see a lot of pre-workout supplements marketed at anything other than some kind of goal related to fitness, which makes perfect sense. I'm not saying it doesn't, but for example, you wouldn't market, I mean, I don't know, maybe you could. You wouldn't market an apple to a stay-at-home mom. It's an apple, you know. So people just know that you don't have to be a stay-at-home mom to consume that apple. And so similarly with the being hot as fuck in my car, similar to the idea of selling a pre-workout to young entrepreneurs who have a lot of ambition, that sounds silly to me. Why does that sound silly? Because I don't think it would click. But again, who the fuck knows? Maybe I'll do it because I haven't seen that marketing, you know. And I've thought about names of the product and what it would look like, and I love minimalistic design. There is the energy drink 3D by Christian Guzman, who's the owner of Alpha Elite Athletics and Alpha Land. Pretty fucking cool stuff, dude. He has the 3D energy drink, and the branding is literally a blank can, and it has 3D on it, and there's nothing else. There's no other design or logo. It's just a blank can. It says 3D. And that is so sick to me. That is so cool. And so the idea with the pre-workout tub or whatever would be about 20, we'll say 30 servings. It would be a bigger can because there'd be about 20 grams. Let's see, 25, 13, 6, 21, at least 22 grams per serving. So it'd be a bigger container. But yeah, it would be a bigger container for sure. And dude, I keep putting my wrist up to my head, and it keeps thinking that I'm talking to Siri. Oh, man. So it'd be 22 grams per canister. And I would want the design to be all of one color, whether that's black, white, gray, brown, pink, and who gives a fuck. And it would just say Move on it. And that'd be the name of the product, Move. Move pre-workout. But here's the thing. I looked up to see if there was any other pre-workouts out there named Move. And there sure is. And it doesn't look like they're active much. I don't know. If you're listening, Move pre-workouts, I apologize for the insult, but it doesn't appear as though there's much going on there. So I'm not sure what I would do. I'm not sure about any of that, but the purpose of me sharing all this is just to kind of share the idea that I have and where I'm at mentally with starting everything. I haven't had much leads with other thoughts in my head with other product ideas or which niche I'd like to go down, because I know the most about fitness and pre-workouts and supplements more than, for example, kitchenware or cars or something else, you know. I know most about fitness and all that type of shit. And so ideally, you know, to have the best advantage for myself starting out, I would do something in that industry. So I'm not sure where I would start, where I would go. But I have lots of great ideas. It's just a matter of executing on them and making it happen. So, yeah, that's my idea so far. And I did math on all of it to see the cost of entry, how much product I would need up front, and then how soon I could reinvest the funds to buy more. Because it's been explained to me that my problem isn't going to be selling the product. It's going to be keeping the product in stock if you follow the playbook as it's intended. So who knows, man, but I went ahead and did the math on here. So if it costs me, I'm just going to be completely transparent, dude. If it costs me $25 per unit to manufacture, and I have 144 of them because that's a minimum order quantity, and I factor in that maybe it's $2 of shipping material to get that shit out, and then $7 shipping cost. All that, I just put random shit on there. Who knows? I could probably buy all that stuff in bulk, save some money. I can increase the minimum order quantity, lower my cost per unit maybe down to 20, something like that. So the entry cost right now for the absolute bare minimum that I would assume would be bare minimum. So 144 minimum order quantity, 25 a unit, $2 per package for packaging and shipping supplies, and then $7 for shipping. The total there is $34. So for me to break even, I would have to sell the product for $34. And so I would have to come up with $3,888 to purchase 144 units. And now when I sell them, let's say that I sell them at $40, so it's a $6 profit right there. $6 would be the profit. So after selling 144, I would profit $856.80. And that money would go right back into the business to get more, to order more. Because 144, that's nothing. You know, for example, if I'm selling 25 products a day, that's 6 days of inventory. I need that times at least 60, you know, or I guess 10 to get 60 days. And so there's that. So I would profit $856, and that is on a $6 margin. So let's just say that I up the minimum order quantity to 500. So the cost of entry right there is $3,800, almost $4,000. And can I afford that right now? Yes, I can. And that's awesome. I can either put that money towards that right now, or I can pay $4,000 to pay off some certain things in my life. But because I don't want to push this off. I don't want to say, well, I'll get out of debt first and then I'll do it. Well, I'll wait till next so-and-so and then I'll blah, blah, blah. You know, I don't want to do that shit. I've done that my whole life. So I want to get my feet wet, get in the fucking game, and make mistakes and learn from them and just keep going. That's literally where I'm at right now. So if I change it to 500 MOQ, minimum order quantity, and then I change the price per unit to I think it was actually $19.80. 500 units, you know, and let's say that I buy all the packaging up front. So I buy 500 boxes and all that up front, and let's say it cost me $250. So that just dropped down to 50 cents. I don't know how that shit works. I'm really just pulling all these numbers out of my ass. This is hypothetical thinking. I have no idea. Okay, we're still recording. All right. And then I changed the shipping, we'll just say down to $6 because I have a higher margin here and I want to give that back to the customer. So the total cost per unit drops from 34 down to 26. And then, so the price goes from $34 to $26 to package, ship, produce, manufacture, get it to my house, and then send it to somebody. $26. So I have 500 units. So the total cost for me to purchase all of this shit is, and this is without shipping, I'm not paying for shipping, you know, they're sending this shit to me. The total cost was $10,150. And when you factor in me paying for shipping, or what the fuck did I do? Paying for shipping. Yeah, I want to offer free shipping, dude. I don't want my customers to pay for that shit. So if I factor in shipping, we'll see what happens when we get there. I don't know. I don't want people to pay for shipping. I don't know, man. I hate when I'm about to buy a shirt or something, and the shirt will say it's $30, and then I come to the checkout page and then it says shipping is $15. You know, it's like, bro, I'm spending $45 on a goddamn shirt. 30 is already too much, but you know, I guess it depends on the shirt. And that just turns me off. So I don't want people to pay for shipping, but you know, I might have to do what I got to do early on here to get the funds to start and grow. And then later on, once I have a product going and selling, I can reduce the shipping back down to zero with time. But right now, I don't know. We'll have to see, actually. So you heard it here first. Fuck paying for shipping, especially if it's ridiculous. If shipping is $2, $3, $4, $5, that's fine. But when you start getting to the 10, 20, 30 range, and I'm buying, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 pounds worth of shit, there's a problem there. I don't like that. So anyway, total cost of entry right there is $10,150, and my profit for selling 500 units would be $6,800. And that's why that's exciting is because that's almost, the product price is still $40. So for 30 servings. And so that's exciting because that's almost $7,000 that can go right back into the business. So that's almost doubling my money right there. And I speak all of this in the context of not taking a penny out of it for myself, but putting it all back into the business so I can continue growing. And so the way that I see this is, so if this is happening at 500 units, I'm going to be able to make another order total at roughly 380-ish units sold. So that means if I'm doing 25 a day, I can make another order 5 days before I run out of stock. And I think the turnaround time is 6 to 8 weeks. So that fucks me, right? That I don't have time. I don't want to get momentum rolling and then run out of product and then have to lose all the momentum, lose all the hype, and wait almost 2 months to get it back in stock. So I'm not sure how to navigate that, because that is a problem. You know, I don't have the funds to do that. And then I think, okay, well, I'll be still working my normal job. I'll still be working FedEx, you know, so I'll be having that income in there. And so that could expedite the process a little bit. And I could always do smaller orders just to get that shit coming, but that would lower my margins. Dude, so this is me just brainstorming live so you can understand where I'm at, where I'm coming from, and kind of where my brain is at. Because I'm really analytical with shit like this. I want to make sure that before I get started that I am going to make at least a penny. Because as long as I'm making a penny, or at least breaking even, then I can continue to reinvest the profits and continue making products. But the moment I start losing money, you know, by math logic alone, I would run out of money at some point. That would literally be zero. So don't want that to happen. But anyway, that's the idea for the pre-workout. That's the idea for the product. And I don't know if that's where I want to head. Also, this product would be at a $40 price point, not a $30. So that is $10 higher than the goal, and then, or than the formula, than the playbook suggests. So once I get to 25, then I would spread out and do another product, right? Because that's the playbook. And honestly, don't know what other product I would go to, because I personally don't give a shit about other products. I take a protein supplement, a vitamin, a fish oil, and then a pre-workout, and that's it. I don't take the post-workout. I don't take the nootropic shit. I don't take the hydration shit. A lot of that, in my opinion, is just a money grabber. And dare I say that with the intent to make a supplement brand. But, dude, it is, man. Certain people have different needs, and maybe I'm just not a consumer of these types of products, and maybe other people are. Maybe I'm just being ignorant. But I used to consume everything underneath the sun, dude. I would literally drop maybe $500 a month on supplements. I would buy about 2 to 3 4-pound bag or tubs of protein. I would buy 2 pre-workouts that were 20 servings each, because I was going to the gym every fucking day. So I needed 3 per 2 months, right? 60 days. And then I'd have the post-workout, then I would have the intra-workout, and then I would have the vitamin, the fish oil, I would have the ZMA, I would have all the shit, dude, that you can think of. I would just buy it on, I consume it. And I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm just saying that if I would have invested that same money into buying high-quality foods and sleeping better and ditching things like soda and all the bullshit that I was, I would have been much better off. And that's just me growing up and realizing that a lot of this shit is just marketing, is just, there's a lot of shady brands out there that just want your money. There's also a lot of brands out there that are trying to make a difference, that are making a difference, that make good quality shit. And I support those companies, but so I guess what I'm trying to say is maybe all the things that I just said, I'm just not a consumer of. I'm not a customer of my own niche, if you will, or not my own niche, my own industry, because I buy a pre-workout, a vitamin, a fish oil, and protein, and that's it. I don't buy the creatine. I don't buy the BCAAs, because a lot of times that's in my pre-workout. So, dude, I don't gotta. First of all, dude, BCAAs, you don't really need that shit if you're super protein deficient. If you're having a hard time getting your protein intake up there, is what it is. But, and dude, also, and this is just me being humble as fuck, I've learned so much about the supplement industry and everything, and I've learned so many different things about it. But maybe there's a new research article that came out, or there's maybe a new study that was published of how actually betaine is actually shitty, or how actually BCAAs in a pre-workout are better. And I haven't read that yet, so I don't know. So if I'm wrong as fuck, then I'm wrong as fuck. And I got to learn and study up more and read more on my shit. So that's not me trying to save face and save my ass here. That's just me saying, hey, you know, I might be wrong on maybe everything that I'm saying. But as long as I'm aware of that and I'm accepting of that and I keep moving forward, dude, I don't see how that's a losing formula. And I'm going to actually read Andy's Andygram from the other day because it talks about that exact thing. So I'm going to try to find it real quick. It's about the winning formula and how you can't lose if you just win the day. So let me see if I can find it real quick. Follow these to start building one step at a time. Anything's possible. Is it this one? All right. I don't think it's that one. Learn yourself the truth and the process of winning. Options. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. I'm going to try to find it. Enjoy the process of winning. Dude, I can't find it. God damn it, bro. Stop living passively. It's got to be this one. Yeah. Get off your ass and go do something hard that's productive towards your future self. If you're constantly focused on moving forward and you know that you're never going to stop, right there. If you're moving forward and you know that you're never going to stop, what in the fuck do you have to be afraid of? If you aren't afraid, then how can you have anxiety? And if you don't have anxiety, how can you lose? Or he doesn't say that, sorry. If you aren't afraid, how can you have anxiety? How can you lose with that mentality? You can't. We all struggle sometimes, all of us, but we get over our pity party, get off our asses, and go build ourselves the motherfuckers we've always wanted to be. So that's the words of Andy Frisella right there. And I just think that's so important, dude. As long as we know that we are never going to stop and that we won't give up and that we keep putting our best foot forward, how would we lose? You know, what do we have to be afraid of? What do we have to be fearful of? What's scary about that? You know? So, I'll leave you with that. So, I'm going to go ahead and round the show up with one final thing, and that is those times when you get up early and you work hard, and those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream. It's not the destination, it's the journey. Those are the words of Kobe Bryant, who is dearly missed by many. So, all right, guys, that is the show. That's the Kobe Show. And, so hopefully that was a little bit valuable to get some insight, I guess, of how my brain is operating and where the ideas are at the moment, where I'm starting. And it'll be fun to document the journey, actually, and go through the day-to-day and figure out what I'm doing and where my money's going and what I'm investing in and all that shit. Because I want to get going. I want to get in the game now, you know. I don't want to make this perfect idea and plan because I'm sure it's going to change immediately. I mean, think about this. I'm going to share this and then I'm going to fucking go because I got to piss. Before I started this podcast, I set up some shit in my room. I moved some things around on my desk. I set up my microphone with the arm. I got it all set up. I put blankets around because I wanted to sound professional. I put my laptop there, recorded on my laptop, plugged it in. I had to buy an adapter. Had to buy this, you know. I bought different adapters so I could try it on my phone. And I tried all this shit. I spent, I don't know, $50 trying to make shit happen. And I did. And it worked. And it sounded good. But I then decided I was going to do this in my car so I could be a little bit more, I can never think of the word, so I could be more myself, I guess, and loud and just myself, I guess. And then I bought a mic for that, bought a whole different thing, I bought a laptop sleeve so I could put it in my backpack, which is my gym bag, so I didn't want my laptop flinging around in there. So I bought that, put it in there, got all set up, started doing the podcast in my car with my microphone, and then realized that I was just doing way too fucking much for no reason at all when I could just put my phone on my leg in my car and record. And that's all that I've been doing the last almost 7 episodes, roughly. I guess this is episode 24. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 7. And so to think that I had this perfect plan and I had to get all the best things here and there to get everything set up so I could record a podcast, to then be only 24 days later not using any of the shit I bought, not using any of the plan that I had initially made, not doing anything of the kind. I'm now just sitting in my car with my phone recording shows because it's better for me, it's more efficient for me, it's easier for me, and the message is still there. Nothing's being lost because of shit quality. I mean, obviously I prefer the quality of a nice microphone rather than this, what you hear now. There's that slight echo. You can tell that I'm in a car. You can hear that, the squeaky of the seat. You can hear me getting hot as fuck in here. You can hear all that, right? So yeah, there is some perks with the microphone, and it's better, and it sounds better, but I don't think that's necessarily important right now. I think what's important is me getting the reps in, putting, I think what's important is me putting the reps in, getting comfortable and getting confident in myself and my ability to speak and communicate, and to just put myself out there, and to know that if I say something that's wrong or something that's incorrect, that I'm going to have to deal with that later, and I just have to further humble myself and say, oh, you know what, I said that's wrong, my bad, it's incorrect. Actually, what it is this, or whatever it is, And so I say all that because here I am trying to think of an idea for a product and what it would look like, the name and shit. But, dude, I'll probably change that shit anyway, so early on. I just want to get going. If I had spent 24 days trying to come up with the perfect name, the logo, the cover art, everything, and develop a schedule for the show, I wouldn't have a single show, I would still be on episode 0. I wouldn't have had anything. I wouldn't have had these reps and these ideas. I wouldn't be trying to share the shit right now, And so comparatively to that of starting a business or starting a product or whatever, yeah, it's a good idea to make a good product, and yeah, it's a good idea to put some effort into it before you just throw some shit out there, but not so much so that it completely cripples you and prevents you from getting any sort of momentum or action going, So that's the reason why I share that. So, I mean, even with the podcast cover art, it's a great example already. I literally Googled a photo of a bee on Google Images. Found the bee, put it as my cover art, and called my shit Bcast, bro. What the fuck is that? Bcast? Nice, dude, And then I, just to further prove to myself that it doesn't matter, I went to a free logo maker, typed in bq.POV podcast show, put it in there, and then some results popped up. I clicked on that one, and what you see right now on this episode is what it came up with. And I don't really think it's that bad, but I'm not going to keep this forever. I think it's kind of, doesn't look bad, but it's not at all what I'm looking for. I've had different ideas, but, it doesn't matter right now. What matters is me getting the reps in and getting my voice out there and getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, I guess. So, however, I will say it is pretty fucking awesome being in my car talking to you guys, even though there's 0 listeners, but talking to you guys who, there's no judgment. You guys, if you're listening all the way through and on episode 24, there's a high chance that you either think I'm entertaining or you share similar ambition and beliefs in life and you want to achieve something big and great and glorious like me. So that means I'm talking to people who fucking get it. And for that reason, that's why I want to keep doing it, because I'm talking to my people, talking to the people who get me, who understand, who have big dreams, who have big aspirations, and that's the niche of this show. You got big aspirations, you got big goals, then welcome to the bq.POV podcast show, bq.POV daily podcast show. That's a mouthful, dude. That's why I like the idea of that pre-workout called Move. It's just move. I had a couple scoops of Move this morning. It's sick, dude. That's cool. I had a couple scoops of the pre-workout volume 1-3 Shredmaster 2700 voltage sauce this morning. It's like, fuck that, bro. Had 2 scoops of Move and I'm out of here. So anyway, yeah, just start. Go to listen to episode 1 if you haven't already. Just start. And actually, don't listen to the first 14 episodes because I talk kind of like this and it's kind of weird, but we're just starting out, so can't be too hard on me, but just so anyway, guys, that's the show. I'm gonna end it there. Whoa, why did my voice crack at the end there? God damn it, dude. See, I'd end it there, but it's all good. We gotta keep it in there. All right, guys, that's the show, and I will talk to you tomorrow on episode 25, where we talk about, I'm not sure because I have no idea, but 11 days to go on 10 days to go on phase 1 Live Hard. We're kicking ass. So, okay, bye.